All right. I don't think we have anyone injured. Oh, we do. Let's go.
The setting is Washington, D.C. and Capital One Arena. The Spurs taking on the Wizards. For the San Antonio Spurs, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. No doubt their sights set high as the year rolls on. Wizards, Spurs, coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Jonas Valanciunas.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. We've got Trae Young. He's out there with Castle. Devin Vassell out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Ingram
He just did
in
a
the
backflip.
four-man position.
Never have ever seen Cooper Flagg do a
We've got
backflip.
Jonas Valanciunas. Sadiq Bey out there with Bilal Coulibaly. And
That's
it's
ridiculous.
Carrington in at the one. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
And here is Young. Beyond the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. Here's Bey. Pass to Carrington. Bey outside. Covered by Ingram. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Embarrassing.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Castle. That one goes in. About a minute into this first quarter. Bey outside.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs
Wow.
to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Yes, solid shooter at the strike. Bey really confident when he has freebies to shoot.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Best out for three.
Brian,
Puts
there's
us back up.
nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after
No way.
year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
And good awareness by Bey. I mean, he has a nice feel for when his guys are uncovered.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And it's Washington with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Driving inside. Spurs need to get one up here. Castle for 3. That one falls.
Got it.
Nice
Let's go.
feed that time from Ingram. Castle's got 5 points.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Carrington. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
I was about to say.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west.
I was like, I didn't even touch the guy.
Taking a look at San Antonio. Sitting pretty at this point of the season. Second place and looking to move to first.
Right now for the Spurs, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Covered by Ingram. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Now Young. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Carrington. Just 5 to shoot. Blocked. Here's Castle. He's got 5. Here's Young. Wembanyama screen. Puts up a 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 2 and going against San Antonio.
Oh
their
my.
first meeting of the year. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. And San Antonio making a change here. Bassey's checked in.
Number 28, Charles Bassey.
To the wing, right side. Valanciunas finds Bay. Shot clock at 5. Can't tie it up. That one misses. San Antonio's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Young looking for an opening. And there's a 3-second violation.
Come on.
And in terms of assist numbers, these are the players that have stood out over the past month.
That's
Third is
ridiculous,
Trae Young.
man.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
Driving in. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And that'll tie this game up. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The Spurs shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Here's Castle. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Here's Carrington. Valanciunas sets a screen. Here's Carrington, guarded by Young. Here's Valanciunas. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Vassell. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
Well, that's why he's out there, using his size in the paint.
Over to the wing. Bay outside. 6 to shoot.
And there's just one foul now away from the paint.
Come on, dog. They're just giving him everything.
Washington.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Wizards. Number 33.
Bay passes to Kuzma. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Ingram. San Antonio trailing here. To the paint. Knocks it loose. Washington's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. On the court for San Antonio, Matisse Thybulle out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Castle, then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Young in at point. And another miss by Washington. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. To the inside, here's Wembanyama. Second shot opportunity. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Strus the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Kuzma. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. On target from range. He's got 14.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Washington has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
They set the pick. Outside Thybulle. Pass to Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Let's go,
He's
Wembanyama.
finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Young against Strus. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by San Antonio. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments,
Let's
but
go.
in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
Now here's Strus. He's got 7. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Strus has got 10 points.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
From downtown, Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Sarr, guarded by Young. Shot's good by Sarr. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
San Antonio with the ball. Outside Harden. And here's Wembanyama. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
And dialing into our broadcast remotely, I'm told we have Shams Charania here with a special report. Shams, take it away.
Thanks, B.A. Just now surfacing is the news in San Antonio about the Spurs trade with the L.A. Clippers. They've made a move that certainly makes them more dynamic. James Harden won't create offense as consistently as he may have in the past, but over certain stretches, he can still very much dominate, especially with his passing ability. Defenses have to respect his scoring ability. That opens up opportunities for his teammates, who are gonna love that he makes them better.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us informed. Much appreciated, as always. Carrington, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Harden drives in. Misses from close range. The Wizards shooting 40% in the second quarter so far. Pass to Carrington. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Melton passes to Harden. He's looking
There we go.
2 buckets in 3 attempts.
They have no answer defensively inside.
There's a minute
James
54
Harden,
left to play in the first
first
half.
bucket that we see at the San Antonio Spurs.
Pass to Koulibaly.
Oh,
Bay from long range. Counted from distance. Bay's got 7 points.
Well, Bay knows his team needs this from him, and he's just finding ways to get productive at the arc.
3-pointer Harden. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Koulibaly on the wing. The 3 is up. Outside for Bay. Lets the 3 fly. And Harden with the block. And a look now at the Washington Wizards.
let's go, dude.
On Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Rockets in Houston. Then on Friday, they'll take on Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And you know, for that matchup with the Knicks, it's going to be a very tough one for them. They'll need to be playing at their peak if they're going to steal the win.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Left side, Thibault. Pass to Melton. Wembanyama screen. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 18.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Wembanyama, screen on Bay. Waters releases from the wing and drills it. And the Spurs lead by 7.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Washington shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he makes both free throws.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Harden drives in, and then Harden with the jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Let's go.
Cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so it's San Antonio closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich, and Coach, you look at the offensive execution for this team. What are you seeing?
I think they've done a pretty good job in moving the basketball, keeping up the pace, because we've been playing in mud a little.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA. And swapping places, trades. You think you could do my job?
No way. I don't like reading off scripts. I make my own scripts.
Oh man, I'd love to read some of those.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, sir. Those are top secret. You don't have the G14
Two
clearance.
second round pick.
That is certainly a shame. All right, getting back to this game now, and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
Come on now. Wembanyama has a major impact at both ends. Possibly a generational talent. Time will tell, but he's showing it all tonight.
There might be some Lou Alcindor in this kid. You know who I'm talking about? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The length, the toughness. But like you said, we've got to see more.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And if you just join it in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Wizards trail by 7. We've got Bilal Coulibaly, Sadiq Bey out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carrington in at the 1. That's the group for Washington right now.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Here's Young. So
These Karn
he was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Young. And that one's good. Carrington's got his second bucket on the night.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively.
He has 7 points.
Continues to grow.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Young. Bey with a screen. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Here's Castle. Coulibaly defending. Pass to Castle. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
They are on fire to start this second half.
Yes, sir.
3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And the shot goes in. 24 points for him.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Pass to Vassell. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. He drops it from range. Vassell's got 8.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Yeah, timeout.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with a screen on Ingram. Poke loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And he comes off the break with a monster slam.
That's a nice setup by Young. He reads the floor so well.
The Wizards trail by 15. Outside Koulibaly to the left wing. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And Young gets it to go.
Yeah, now it's time to pull away now.
Really on a roll.
Here's Carrington, guarded by Young, looking to end the run. Sinks it from
I was trying to get over there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Young. 13 points in the game.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Washington's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Koulibaly. Now here's Valanciunas. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, when you watch Valanciunas now, the thing that stands out most is the rebounding. On a per-minute basis, he's still one of the best in the league.
Outside Young. Wembanyama screen. Young, the pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Bro, I'm just...
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo!
And it's Washington with the ball. Outside Koulibaly. To the wing on the left. They set a pick. Koulibaly on the wing. And again, Washington, no good. San Antonio leading by 16.
Oh, and he's still...
Basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Third personal foul.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Now here's Koulibaly. No made baskets yet. This one for 3. The Wizards with another miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And there's the call on Saddiq Bey. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Young. The 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Pass to Carrington. Now Koulibaly. Takes it inside. Good work there as it goes.
Wow.
He has 29 now.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Pass to Young from outside the arc. The shot won't fall.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Now Koulibaly. Here's Carrington. And the layup falls. Carrington's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Wembanyama screen. Vassell against Bey. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Oh.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts.
Oh yeah, we put the whooping on those boys. 129-107. Couldn't stop Cooper Flagg though. Well, in the fourth quarter we did. Trae Young dropped 25-9. James Harden had 19-7 with the block. Trying to see the Clippers. Oh, there they are. Oh, they actually beat that team. Harrison Barnes dropped 15. No, I feel like we're good. This is why you get a guy like James Harden. Since getting James Harden, he has averaged not a lot of points though. Points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. 13 points. Handful of assists. No, against us, he killed us. Alright. We're supposed to play against someone else, weren't we? So the next game we gotta play is March 27th at the Hawks. But we'll probably play against the Mavericks here because I think they're fighting them for the first seed. Anyways, peace.